Pens, 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 pens. It's all about digital notebook pens. My least favorite to my favorite. Today on Writer Gadgets and Workflow. I'm back. Hey everybody, welcome back to Writer Gadgets and Workflow. I'm author KL Brady and I am so excited to be back. I have truly missed doing these videos, but my 9 to 5 schedule has been insane. I was assigned to like one of our mega deals at work. And then I finished that assignment and then I took a week to go on a writer's retreat where I got caught up on my writing for one of my next 2 Christmas books that I'm working on. And then I came back and was assigned to another deal. But thankfully the government canceled that deal. Hallelujah. And so now I have my schedule and I'm starting to get my life back. So I'm definitely going to be back into doing the videos as often as I have something that I think is worth talking about. And I've been trying to keep up with the comments. You guys have seen me, I've been responsive to the comments and everything. There are some things that I address in the comments, obviously. There are some that I ignore because, I just don't do negativity. I'm sorry. If you bring something negative to the thing, I just don't do negativity. I'm doing this in my free time. I don't charge anybody. I don't even monetize or anything. I'm literally doing this for the love of gadgets and wanting to help people pick out the best stuff for themselves, for their situation. I do not do one size fits all solutions for everybody. So anyway, there are a few comments that will require longer answers sometimes. And so recently I got several questions, about pens. So I wanted to do a pen episode, really. I know this is ridiculous, you guys. Okay, I know. But I have 9 pens for digital notebooks. I have 9. I don't have them all, but I do have a good assortment. And so I thought today would be a really good day to review my pens, to tell you which ones are my least favorite. I'm going to talk about features, right? I'm going to show you examples of how they actually work on the tool, on the various tools that I have. Today for the examples, I'm going to use the reMarkable, the Moby Scribe, the Supernote, and the latest Boox Lumi, okay? So I'm going to show you how all of these pens work across tools, what features they have and don't have, and then why I prefer one over the other. I do have an absolute favorite. Out of the 9, I have an absolute favorite, and I have a positive least favorite. So I'm going to dig in, let you guys know what are the features I have now. Obviously, you kind of have to pick for yourself. Everything's different, but I'll kind of let you know what the features are. So maybe a feature that is a turn off for me may be exactly the thing that you're looking for. And if that is the case, wonderful. You go buy the other thing, right? But I'm just going to let you know what my favorite is. And when I don't like something, I'm going to tell you why I don't like it. And when I like something, I'll tell you exactly why I like it, okay? So give me 1 second. I got to get set up. I got to switch the camera so it will face down on the tools. And then I'll just get started in showing you how these work and which one is my favorite to least favorite. All right, or least favorite to favorite. All right, be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm ready to get started now. So I'm going to run through these pens. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible so that, I don't keep you guys for like a half an hour. Okay, I'm just going to try and arrange this a little bit. I apologize for all the cords. I have zero cord management going on here right now. I'm just trying to move everything kind of out of the way so I can do the demo. Okay, so apologies for that. All right, so let's get started. Okay, now this is the first pen. This is the Supernote pen. Okay, first let me start off with telling you what the devices are. This is the reMarkable. This is the Mobi Scribe. This is the Supernote. And this is the Boox Lumi, the most recent Boox. Okay? All right, so this is the first pen. This is the Supernote pen, the one that comes with the Supernote with the ceramic tip. Now, the benefit of this pen is supposed to be that this pen, the tip, you never have to replace the tip, right? It's ceramic. It doesn't wear down, especially when you're writing on this device. The tip is harder than the device, so it doesn't wear down. And so that's the big thing. And it's supposed to feel like a pencil, I think, or a ballpoint pen, maybe. The pros about this pen, when I first picked it up, I thought, man, this is really good weight. So it's a great weight. So if you like pens that are kind of hefty, like this is why I thought I was going to love this pen, right? The weight. However, the writing experience is something different. So as you can see, it has a little clip and it has the pen, but it does not have an eraser. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So what was my experience? And now it is Wacom, right? So it's supposed to be able to write on any kind of Wacom device. All of these are devices that use Wacom technology. Okay, so I'm going to first show you the reMarkable. Now I am not going to write on this. The reason why I'm going to write very lightly on it is because this tip is hard and it feels like it will scratch my screen. So that's one thing I don't like about it is the hardness of it. It doesn't feel like a gel pen or whatever. Okay, so this is the Mobi Scribe. Right? This is the pen that it was made for. The device it was made for. Now, I will tell you, one of the reasons why it feels better on this screen is because the screen is kind of glassy, right? It's not meant to have that paper feel like the reMarkable does. So that's why, if you look at it, you'll see even the writing is lighter, right? Can you hear this? There's a little bit of scritch. If you can hear that, it's a little bit. And then, so it writes on all the devices, right? Does it erase? Doesn't erase. Doesn't erase. Doesn't erase. Does not erase. Does not have any kind of erase function. So if you want to erase, you actually have to hit the erase setting, which all these have. You have to hit the erase setting and then erase that way. Okay, so you can't. Now, what I will say is it does feel best on the OneNote because it was made for the OneNote. But I do not like, I don't know if you can hear that sound, but I am just not a big fan of that tap and that feel of glass. Like, I'm not a fan of that at all. So that's one reason why it just does not appeal to me. This is my least favorite because it is hard, but I like writing with like gel pens and stuff like that. So because it is hard, this just does not appeal to me. So this is my least favorite pen, and it doesn't have any eraser function. Okay, so this is the Supernote ceramic tip pen. It is $44, so it's definitely low cost. The pro is that you do not ever have to replace the tip, right? So you only buy one tip, and the nibs or the tips can be expensive depending on what it is. So for $44, if you can live with that ballpoint glassy feel that I don't like, then you might be able to like this pen. And I will tell you that it's not really made for the reMarkable at all. It's clearly not made for that. It feels okay on the Mobi Scribe. It feels okay on the Supernote, if that's what you like. And it's not a great tool for the books, right? So it's really best on these two of the ones that I have. Now, I realize you may have other ones, but these are the ones that I have. Okay. So that was the first one. That was the Supernote ceramic tip. So that was pen number 9. So pen number 8 on my list is the Wacom pen that comes with the Onyx Boox Max. This is like the first generation pen. Oh, the tip is gone. Well, that tells you one reason I don't like this pen. Oh, that's so funny. The tip is gone. I'm going to just replace it with the one from the Boox device so I can use it for this. But the tip falls out. It's one of the things I don't like about it. Right. But what I will say is it does have these nibs that you have to replace. That's probably a con. It's very lightweight, very plasticky, feels super cheap. I definitely do not like that, right? Now, writing experience. This is fine for the reMarkable, right? Absolutely fine. It's the same kind of tip. For the reMarkable, works on the Mobi Scribe, works on the the Supernote, and works on the Boox Max. Now, let's try the eraser function. Sometimes they have erasers in the end, sometimes they don't. Let's see. So no eraser there, no eraser there, no eraser there. Eraser. So the eraser function works only on the Boox product, right? So it doesn't work on any other product, but it works on the Boox product. So if you buy the Boox, and you want a cheap pen, if you prefer light pens that don't really have any weight, and if you prefer like a kind of a gel point or kind of a soft lead pencil feel, this is the pen for you. Okay, this pen was $35.99 on the Boox site, right? So the cons are that it's light, slippery plastic, cheap, cheesy, not a good weight at all. The nib replacement, some might consider that a con because of the cost. I consider a plus because of the feel, right? So it erases, and it does have this little notch here on the front. I think this notch, if you can see this, there's a little notch here on the front that you can press. Now, I think that's also an eraser function. So I'm pressing down. So instead of you having to like even turn it upside down, you can hit this notch and it's eraser function. Now let me see if the eraser function works with the notch on these. Nope. Oh, it does work on the OneNote. It does not work on the Mobi Scribe. The Supernote. So the eraser function works on the Supernote. So if you find this funny, there's no eraser function with the Supernote pen, but there is an eraser function with the Boox pen on the Supernote and the Onyx Boox Note. So you can keep that in mind. That's funny. I did not know that did that. Learn something new every day. Okay, so that's this pen. This is the Boox Max Wacom, $35.99 on the Boox site. All right. So and it's mostly the weight and the cheesy plastic feel of this one that I don't like. Okay. The next pen on my list is the Scribe pen. So as you will see, it is very similar to this one. It's very similar to the one we just reviewed. It's just a little bit longer. Oh, and I meant to tell you guys about this. This does nothing, right? It's just really for, there is no function for that at all. It doesn't even hold anything. It's just there to look like a pen. Okay. Same here. No function. Now, what I will say about this one is you can see there's the ridges on it that make it feel like a pencil. So it's to me, it's a more comfortable to hold this one, right? It does have the nib, the replaceable nib, right? And it does have the pen look here, but I don't think that serves a function. Now let's see how it writes. So it feels fine on the reMarkable. This is on its device. That is on the Scribe. It feels good on that. It feels super soft on the Supernote. If you like kind of a gel, like a 1.0 gel point pen feel, it actually feels pretty good on the Supernote. And yeah, it's kind of wonky on, is that it? Yep, okay. So, and it feels pretty decent on this. They all use the same kind of pen tips. So this is, this is pretty universal. Okay, let's see if there's any eraser function. Nope. Now, it erases on the Scribe. Does not erase. So, interesting. It erases on the Scribe and it erases on the Boox. Interesting, right? If you turn it upside down. So, this pen, the Scribe pen, Wacom pen, this is $49. I like it a little better. It's cheap plastic and it's super light, but I like it a little better because it has the ridges and it's more comfortable hold, right? And then on two devices, it has eraser function on the Scribe and the Boox, all right? And it kind of has a gel pen, maybe a soft pencil feel. Actually, out of all the devices, I actually like the feel of it best on the Supernote, which is weird. This one is more scritchy. Definitely has a more pencil feel on the Scribe itself, but the experience is a little better on the Supernote, which is kind of odd, okay? So that is the Scribe pen. So we'll go to the next one on my list. So that was the number 7 on my list. So the number 6 on my list is the original reMarkable pen. This is the one that came with my reMarkable 1 device. One of the reasons I stopped using it is because the nibs fall out. I don't know why that started happening, but for some reason, sometimes the nibs fall out. Yeah, you see that. Okay, so that was kind of annoying, but apart from that, like this on the whole has been a decent pen. The one reason I didn't like this white pen, as you can see, it's got all kind of crap over it. This is like a sticky ink thing. I don't know what that is. But what I really didn't like about it is this white. Now, if you're brown like me and you wear makeup and sometimes you touch your face and sometimes you touch your pen, then this starts looking dirty and it's like impossible to clean. This is the reason why I don't like this. So whoever created this clearly did not know about brown makeup and brown skin, brown people. So that is why I didn't like it. You know, no matter how much I clean it, it doesn't look clean. So, but let's do the writing test. Now, if you like a pencil feel thing, like nothing beats a reMarkable pen on a reMarkable device. Like that's the ultimate scritch sound. Like if you like that sound, It feels very soft on the Moby Scribe. Super soft on that. Definitely a different feel. Not scritched. There's no resistance. Feels more like glassy. Feels a little almost sticky on this one, but it feels soft. And right, so it writes on all the devices. Okay, let's see if there's any eraser function. I don't think there's an eraser function actually in this pen. I'll be surprised if any of them erase. Yeah. There's zero eraser function in this one. Now, even though this part gets makeup-y, but it feels good to hold. It's a little thicker, if you can see. It's a little thicker in diameter than both of these, right? It doesn't have the ridges, but this almost feels leatherish. So the feel of it when you're holding it is much more satisfying. It's not a super heavy pen, but what makes up for it for me is this leatherish feel right here. This feels like leather. It feels like you're holding a leather pen. So, so for the smoothest, the scritch on the reMarkable device, the smoothness on these two, so this is my next favorite. So this is number 6 on my list of 9 pens. Okay, and this pen, I don't know how much this one costs anymore. I think it's around $40, maybe $35-$40. I don't think I saw the price. I'm not sure if they even sell this model anymore, but I think it was around $40. All right, so the next pen on my list is the reMarkable pen. Okay, so this is the reMarkable. The other reMarkable. So what happened is I bought the original reMarkable 1 device, and all the complaints that I had about that one, they like solved for in this one. So I'm going to show you some couple features about this pen. I'm not even sure if they sell this pen anymore, but if you find it, it's actually a good one. 1, the weight. This pen has good weight. 2nd, it has this leatherish feel right here. 3, it's black, so you don't have the problems with the getting dirty and all that and looking dirty, right? So those are things that I really love about this. The other thing about this was kind of neat is where the other pens did not really have any utility for the pen cap, you can actually store spare nibs in the top of this one, which is kind of nice. Especially if you're like out of the house and writing all day and you need to have pens. Now it doesn't do any much more than that. I think it clicks. So this one, if you're nervous, like, and you're thinking things out and you need, something to do with your fingers, like this one actually does click, but it does nothing. It doesn't move the nib at all. It's just for clicking. If you have that nervous, you need to release that nervous energy. So that's not bad. And then last but not least, of course, the reMarkable pen. So do you hear that? That is the most satisfying sound if you're writing. Okay, so that's beautiful. So on reMarkable pens on the reMarkable devices, and you hear the scritch in the paper, it's like the ultimate sound, right? If you like that scritch. This is very soft. It's almost sticky, but it's smooth. It's a very smooth, glassy feel as opposed to this, which feels like paper. And this is also a very smooth, glassy feel. I would say the same for all of these. All smooth, glassy feels. Okay, let's see if there's any eraser function. Nope. No eraser. No eraser. No eraser. Okay, so no eraser, and I did not press hard because I don't want to scratch up my screens, but I knew there wouldn't be an eraser on this one. But anyway, so those are the features here. Now, this is my number 5 pen, okay? My number 5 favorite pen. I still do use this on occasion, especially when I'm using the reMarkable. But I will get to my next favorites coming up here. Okay. Now, the next pen is the Boox Pen Plus. The Boox Pen Plus. Now, this one actually came with my Boox Lumi. Okay. Now, a few things I like about this. One, I put this on there so that when it's in the holder, I don't lose it. So, this doesn't have to be on there, but I use it for that purpose. I just want you guys to know that's what it's for. I don't want it to fall out the pen holder that's on the device cover. Okay, so what do I like about this? One, I like the ridge. So I like that it's thicker. You can see it's kind of thicker in diameter. It's probably closer to the thickness of the reMarkable pen, right? If you can look around here, you see all these little ridges, and then you see that one flat spot? That's like a pencil. So holding it feels good. I'm gonna have to put because I took the nib out of one of these and put it in this. I think it was this one. So I'll put the nib back. Sorry, give me a second. The nib fits better in this one, I will say. It actually clicks into place, so you know it's in there to stay. That's another thing I like about this as opposed to that other one where the nib kind of falls out. This one, you push it, you can hear it go click, you can feel it click, and you know that nib is not coming out till you pull it. So that's another thing I like about this one. Okay. So the feel of it, the ridges, it's not a bad weight. It's not the cheap plasticky weight, but it's not as good as some of the more quality pens, right? Now, that actually sounds pretty good on a reMarkable. That's kind of more plasticky, glassy feel, but it's actually not a bad feel. You can feel that? It's kind of a little sticky, glassy. I don't know if I've been in love. I think it's just the screen. It's more a glassy screen, so I'm not really fond of it. And the Boox Lumi I love for more than anything. I love it because it comes with the backlight. Actually, so does the these two don't have backlights. These two have backlights that come with them. So, gotta love that. Okay. All right. All right. So, that's that. Okay. So then let's see if it erases. Nope. Nope. No eraser function. No eraser function. So no eraser function, which is kind of a drawback, right? But on the whole, the writing experience, I would say, not bad on the reMarkable. Not bad. It's not bad on any of these, actually. I prefer this over that ceramic pen for the Supernote. And it feels pretty natural on this one. So you could tell it's kind of made for this. Yeah, it feels pretty good on the Boox Note screen. All right, so that's the Boox Note pen Plus, and this is $39.99 Wacom. Okay, next on my list, the number 3 pen on my list is going to be a shocker to you guys. It is the Tab S3 pen replacement. So this is a Samsung pen that I actually found by accident when I misplaced one of my reMarkable pens, and then I had to find a replacement, and then later on I ended up finding the reMarkable pen. But in the meantime, I found this, and I will tell you, this is I actually do a lot of writing, and my son actually prefers this one over the reMarkable for the reMarkable one. I do a lot of writing with this pen. I did a lot of writing with this, especially on my Onyx. Not on my reMarkable, but on my Onyx notebooks, this one was my preferred pen. I prefer this over the Onyx Boox pens that come with that device. I prefer this one for the Onyx Boox products. This is my favorite pen for those products. Okay? So let me tell you why. One, the whole feel of this is that leather feel. You can see that the texture on this, it's 100% leather. It feels like leather. I mean, it's from top to bottom and it feels like leather. So anywhere you pick it up, it doesn't slip. It feels super comfortable in your hand. The other thing is it's kind of flat. Do you see this? So it's not round. It's like flat on the top and bottom and then round on the sides. So it does give you more of that pencil grip feel. If you can see this button here, that's the erase function. It's in the pen. And then it uses nibs, regular Wacom nibs. You just replace those. So it's pretty cheap to maintain. This pen, which is one of my favorite pens to show you that I'm not just a snob for things that are expensive, $17.99 on Amazon. That's how much it costs to get one of these. Cheap, super cheap, and it feels good. Okay, so let's do the test here. So that is the reMarkable. That is the Moby Scribe. It feels the same on these two. And it feels beautiful on an Onyx product. I will say that. Like this on an Onyx product feels wonderful. Okay, let's see the eraser function. I'm going to hold it down. Let's see if it works. Does not work on the reMarkable. Does not work on the Moby Scribe. Works on the Supernote. And obviously, it works on the thing if I hold it down properly. Right? I keep releasing it. But, so the eraser function works. And I did not know this. But it actually works on the Supernote. So if you want a pen for the Supernote that actually erases too, that's not this ceramic thing, this I would highly recommend for how it feels, the writing experience, and the fact that it erases. The one that comes native to the tool does not erase. And to me, it's better on the screen. Like there's obviously it's not going to scratch up the screen. If you can use a ceramic pen on this screen, then you can use this pen easily. Okay, so that's what I would recommend. You see, I'm writing and pressing the button at the same time, so that's why it's not working. Okay, so this I would highly recommend for the Supernote, and definitely for any Boox product. Love it. This is the Tab S3 pen replacement, $17.99, and it comes with nibs and the nib tool, the nib replacement tool. It's not super heavy, but it does have this leatherish feel. I love the size. You can use any Wacom tips. So the Wacom tips are cheap, even though you have to replace them. And it erases pretty much on everything, except the reMarkable. Okay. Then, my number 2 favorite pen is the reMarkable Marker Plus. Okay. Now, this is the most expensive pen you can buy out of any pen on the market right now, I think, pretty much. Any Wacom pen on the market. It is beautiful, a beautiful weight. It has the leatherish feel up and down. It's a little longer, if you can tell. Right? It's longer. It's definitely longer than that Tab S3 pen that I just showed you. And it's definitely heavier. It has the reMarkable nibs, so you know it's made for the reMarkable. And it has an eraser function in it. So let's see how these do. You hear that scritch? That's perfect. This is what I use 99.9% of the time with everything. Okay. But it's best on this one because you hear that. beautiful. Okay. You see it erases on the Moby Scribe. And you hear that right? You even get scritch on this. So on the Moby Scribe. This is a Supernote. You even hear scritch. That tells you how good this pen is. Okay, so it doesn't erase well on this. But it sure does write well. Oh, is that an erase? Is that, you already erased there? Kind of wave it over. I'm doing it very lightly so I don't scratch it if it doesn't work right. All right, and then feels great on this too. I like the Tab S3 feel better for this, but I can use it on the Boox for sure. Like if I'm using this and I flip to this, and there's no need to switch pens. There's not such a significant difference that I'd want to switch pens. Okay, but you see, it works. So it works on everything except this, the tab, in terms of the eraser function. But in terms of the feel, like, to me, out of all the pens, this probably feels the best. I like this better. I like the Tab S3 pen better because it erases on this too. So if I had to pick pens, I would pick the Tab S3 for the Supernote and the Boox. And this pen, the reMarkable Marker Plus. Now this is a whopping $129. There is nobody out there. I know. I can hear you go, ugh. I can hear you groan through the camera. Okay. $129. Nobody's going to think it's worth it. Except a true pen snob. It does come with replacement nibs, and it's pricey. I ain't going to lie. But and I got this as part of, when I bought the reMarkable 2, I got this as part of the original package. So it came together as a package and I got a discount. So I really did not pay full price for this. Just keeping it real. Like if you buy it now, you're going to pay a lot more than I did. Because I think I got it like half price because I was buying the reMarkable like right out of the gate. But this is my absolute favorite pen to use. I use it this is what I use almost all day, every day, on almost every device. The only device I do not use this for is for Apple devices because it doesn't work on Apple devices. And I will show you the Apple pen. Now this is my number one pencil. It's actually the Apple pencil. My number one pencil. If you can see, it's engraved. It's got my name on there. Got it engraved. I don't know how that's going to show on the camera. But anyway, so it's engraved. It's the Apple pencil. This is probably the longest. Now, it's not heavy, but it's probably the longest out of all of them. So it's slightly longer than the reMarkable. Right? Probably slightly. I don't mean ever so slightly. I don't know if I have those lined up well. But that's just a slight difference. What I like about this is to get it to erase, you're literally just tapping it twice. You erase, tap it twice, it writes again. This nib I've replaced, I think, one time. It lasts like a long time. And what I will say is for the Apple products, it feels like writing on glass, right? This is not a great experience. You need a paper-like screen cover if you want scritch on Apple. But this is plastic on glass. So it's not a great writing experience. But for me, I use it during the day. So you see I tapped it twice. And it erases. And I tap it twice again. And it writes. So that's the great thing about this, also the great thing about this is you can lock it out and you just tap it twice when you've got this front screen, and it will go directly to a note and give you a note page so that you can easily, quickly get started. And it's magnetic, right? So it sticks to here. So I do love this for my Apple iPads. It does not work on, let's put it this way, I've never tried to use it on an iPhone, but it works great on my iPads. And I have, I think 3 iPads. You guys have seen all my crap. So, so yes. And I love this pen. I love the feel of it. I love that I can do all this stuff. You know, the erasing. I love that I can tap the screen when it's locked out if I have to hurry and take notes for something. And I can just write notes. And I love that it's magnetic and sits right here. So that is the Apple, and that's my number 1 pen. But this truly, for digital notebooks, where's my other pen? Lord, I have so many over here now. I can't tell which one is which. Okay, but for everyday purposes, this is my pen here. If I misplace this, I'm looking for it. Like, all action stops until I find this pen. Okay. So I love this reMarkable pen. I know it's more costly, but if you're a pen snob like me and you like the whole experience, you've got to do that. Now I wanted to show you guys this. This is my light that I use. I think I've told you about this in another video, but I wanted to show it to you. This is my clip light for this. So it doesn't have a backlight, but I use this light. You see, it's flexible. Move it down. It's got three shades. I mean, 3 levels of light, and then it clips on so that it's super easy to clip on with your device. And you can carry this and walk around with this, and obviously it clips on so it doesn't bother you. But so if you need it, it's called With It, and I want to say it was like $15. It's called With It. So if you need a light for your reMarkable, this is your light. It's beautiful. I pretty much keep mine clipped on here, and that is what I use for light because I don't have a backlight like this. And I will say, if you have any of the Supernotes, it's just as good for Supernote. You see that? Even the small, so you know it'll work. If it works on the A6, it'll work on the A5. Okay? So that is going to do it for today. If you have any questions at all about the pens or any of my devices or what I like or prefer over another thing, please do not hesitate to leave your question in the comments. And if it's one that I think it's, the answer is going to be too long for me to write back in the comments, I will do a special video like I did for this one today. So please do not forget to subscribe and click that notification bell below so that you will be notified anytime I release another video, and more are coming, I promise. More devices coming, more videos coming, more fun and writing fun coming. As you can see, my man Snoopy here. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining, and I will see you next time.